Hello students, welcome to ROSE project conducted by Rayat Shikshan Sanstha Satara. Myself Shubhangi Jadhav from SGM College Karad. We were discussing about the chapter Solid State in Chemistry. This is our fourth lecture. In the previous lecture, we studied 7 crystal systems, 14 Brevis lattices, the details about cubic system, and also we derived the relationship between molar mass of substance, its density, and the age length of cubic unit cell. Now in today's lecture, we will solve some numericals based on that relation, and also we'll study the packing of particles in crystal lattice. Now see the relation that we derived in the previous lecture. You know this relation and the meaning of all the parameters present in this relation. I just revise them. Okay. Now you remember well that when you solve any numerical, then you must pay your attention to the units of parameters. Here, the units of all physical quantities in the given equation should be proper. That is, they should be expressed either in CGS system or in SI system of units. And if it is not so, then you have to convert it with the help of conversion factors. So here I am giving you the table which will help you for the units which are to be used in the given equation and the conversion factors for the conversion of the units into one another. Now you note down the important conversion factor for the age length. We know that the age length of unit cell is very small and therefore it is expressed in smaller unit such as picometer. So you have to convert this picometer either into meter or into centimeter as per our requirement. So you note here that 1 picometer is equal to 1 into 10 raised to minus 12 meter and 1 picometer is equal to 1 into 10 raised to minus 10 centimeter. Now with the help of this table and the relation, we will solve the numericals. See the first numerical. Copper crystallizes in a FCC structure with the unit cell age length 361 picometer. Calculate the density of copper. Here the atomic mass of copper is given as 63.5 gram per mole. Now read the numerical carefully and write the given physical quantities. Here age length A is equal to 361 picometer. You have to convert it into centimeter because the atomic mass is given in CGS unit. Therefore, this value becomes 361 into 10 raised to minus 10 centimeter. It can also be written as 3.61 into 10 raised to minus 8 centimeter. See here, the number of particles per unit cell are 4 because here copper crystallizes in FCC structure and we know that for FCC structure N is equal to 4. The atomic mass of copper is 63.5 gram per mole and here now we have to determine or calculate the density of copper, that is the value of rho. To calculate this value, you have to write the formula for density. You know this formula. Insert the values of all physical quantities in this formula properly and solve this by using a log table. Okay. Now after solving it, you will find that rho is equal to 8.966 gram per cm cube. Thus, the density of copper is equal to 8.966 gram per cm cube. Now see the second numerical. Read it. An element with molar mass 27 gram per mole forms cubic unit cell with edge length of 405 picometer. If the density of element is 2.7 gram per cm cube, what is the nature of unit cell? Here, write first the given data. Edge length A is equal to 405 picometer, that is equal to 405 into 10 raised to minus 10 centimeter. Here we have converted it into centimeter because the density and molar mass is expressed in CGS units. This can also be written as 4.05 into 10 raised to minus 8 centimeter. The molar mass of element M is equal to 27 gram per mole and its density rho is equal to 2.7 gram per cm cube. Now here we have to find out the nature of cubic unit cell. To determine its nature, you have to first calculate the value of N, that is the number of particles per unit cell, and for that purpose again you use the same formula. Here we have to determine the value of N and therefore rearrange this formula. You will get N is equal to rho into A cube into NA divided by M, and by inserting the values of all the parameters in this formula and doing the calculation with the help of log table, you will find the answer as 4.000. Thus, here the number of atoms per unit cell are 4, and we know that if this number is 4, then the type of that unit cell is face-centered cubic unit cell, or it is also named as cubic close-packed unit cell. Students, such type of numericals are always asked in exam for 3 marks, and therefore you practice more numericals given in the exercise. Now we will study the most important part of this chapter, that is the packing of particles in crystal lattice. We had studied that during the formation of crystal, the particles are arranged regularly and periodically in 3 dimensions. They are arranged in such a manner that they get closely packed. Now see the meaning of closest packing. Closest packing in the crystal is the most efficient arrangement of spheres occupying most of the available space and reducing the empty space. Thus here the particles should be arranged in the crystal in such a manner that they will occupy most of the available space, while the empty space which is remained unoccupied should be minimum. Then and then we can say that the packing of the particles in the crystal is a closest packing. Now here we know that the constituent particles are atoms, ions or molecules, and they are of different size. But here for our convenience or for our understanding, we will consider the particles of same size. Now see, the 3-dimensional close packing in crystal structure is done by using 3 steps. First step, close packing in 1 dimension. It is also called as linear packing. Second step, close packing in 2 dimension, named as planar packing also. And in the third step, we are doing the close packing in 3 dimension. This 3-dimensional close packing can be well understood with the help of the first 2 steps, that is linear packing and planar packing. Now we will study all these types of ways or steps with the help of this video clip. Study the close packing in 1 dimension. Here this close packing in the 1 dimension is done by only one way. Okay, see here there is just one way of arranging the spheres. Here the spheres are arranged in one row in such a manner that they touch to each other. Okay, see the arrangement of the spheres. Here each sphere is touching to the other sphere, and this arrangement is only a one row, one dimensional arrangement. It is also called as linear arrangement. Here the coordination number of the sphere is 2 because it is touching to other two spheres. The coordination number is the number of neighboring spheres that touches the given sphere. Okay. In this manner, here you will observe that there is only a linear row of arrangement of the particles which are touching to each other. Now see the close packing in 2 dimension. It is done with the help of the one-dimensional linear rows. The close packing in 2 dimension can be generated by stacking the rows of one-dimensionally close packed spheres one above the other. This can be done by 2 ways. One is called as square close packing and the another one is called as hexagonal close packing. First we will study how the square close packing is done with the help of linear row in 1 dimension. In square close packing, here the first layer is getting overlapped with the second layer of the linear arrangement in 1 dimension in such a manner that the spheres get just aligned one over the other. Okay. Now see the arrangement of the second layer. Here the spheres are getting arranged one above the other in such a manner that they get aligned vertically as well as horizontally. This is the second layer. Now above this second layer, we have to stack the spheres of the third layer. In the same manner, we can also stack the spheres of the fourth layer. Here you will observe that each sphere is in contact with 4 neighboring spheres. That is, here the coordination number of any sphere in this arrangement is 4. Again, you will observe here that if we connect the centers of these neighboring spheres, then a square shape is obtained, and therefore this arrangement is called as square close packing. Now you will observe here that all the layers are of same kind, and if we label the one of the layer as A layer, then the remaining layers will also be labeled as A layer, and hence this type of arrangement is also called as AAAA type 2-dimensional arrangement of the spheres. Okay, so remember well here the coordination number in this arrangement in 2 dimension is 4 and it is named as a square close packing. Now we will study here the hexagonal close packing. In the hexagonal close packing, again we have to use the linear arrangement of the spheres in 1 dimension. But that arrangement is little different. So see the hexagonal close packing. Here take the linear row in 1 dimension. Here you will observe that some depressions are present in between the neighboring spheres. See, these are the depressions. These are also named as troughs. Okay. Now the second layer is stacked over this first layer in such a manner that the spheres are lying just in these depressions. Okay, they get overlapped in these depressions or the troughs. Here the second layer is not same as that of first layer. Therefore, if we label the first layer as A type, then the second layer will be labeled as B type because it is different than the A layer. Again, you have to stack the spheres of the third layer in the depressions of the second layer. See how the spheres are stacked in the depressions or the troughs of the second layer. Now, while doing so, you will observe that the spheres of the third layer are lying just above the spheres of the first layer. Means first layer and the third layer are of same kind, and therefore we can label the first layer as of A type. In this manner, here you will observe that each sphere is touching to the 6 neighboring spheres, and therefore the coordination number in this arrangement is 6. Okay, again, if you connect the centers of these neighboring spheres, you will get a regular hexagonal structure, and therefore this arrangement is called as hexagonal close packing in 2 dimensions. Again, after stacking the fourth layer over the third layer in its depressions, you will observe that the fourth layer is of same kind as that of second layer, and hence we can label the fourth layer as B type, and in this manner this pattern get repeated, and therefore this pattern of arrangement is also called as AB type arrangement in 2 dimensions. Now you observe here the empty spaces which are remained unoccupied in this hexagonal close packing. Now if you observe the empty spaces in square close packing and in hexagonal close packing, here you see that the empty spaces are more in square close packing while they are less in hexagonal close packing. Here in the square close packing, the empty space is again having a square shape, while in hexagonal close packing these empty spaces are having a triangular shape. Okay, such empty spaces which are remain unoccupied by the spheres are called as voids. Okay. Now these voids are responsible for the packing efficiency in the crystal lattice. We will discuss the meaning of packing efficiency in the next video lecture. Okay. Now here, more the volume occupied by the void, lesser is the packing efficiency, while lesser the volume occupied by the void, more is the packing efficiency. Thus here we can say that the packing efficiency in hexagonal close packing is more than the square close packing in 2 dimensions. That is, more the void volume, lesser is the packing efficiency. Now with the help of this close packing of spheres in 2 dimensions, now we will study the close packing in 3 dimensions. But first we will stack the two-dimensional square close packed layers one above the other. See how the arrangement is done. Take initially the two-dimensional ABAB type of close packed layer. Okay. Now the spheres of the second layer are stacked over the spheres of the first layer in such a manner that they are just one above the other. Now see the stacking of spheres of the second layer. You will observe here that the spheres are lying just one above the other. In this manner, you have to continue the stacking of the spheres. Then you will get a three-dimensional crystal structure. See here, the spheres are aligned vertically as well as horizontally, just one above the other. Now stack the third layer over the second layer in the same manner. In this way, here you will observe that all the layers are of same kind, and therefore if we label the first layer as A type in two dimension, then the successive layers will be of A type. Okay, here the coordination number of each sphere is 6 because that sphere touches to 6 spheres, out of which 4 are lying in its own plane. One is lying just above it and the another one is lying just below it. Thus, the 6 spheres are touching to the any given sphere and therefore the coordination number is 6. Okay. This arrangement of the spheres in 3 dimensions is also named as AAAA type close packing in 3 dimensions because here we have seen that all the layers are of same kind, that is they are A layers. Now such arrangement gives rise to simple cubic structure and the unit cell obtained is named as simple cubic unit cell. Okay. Now see here how the simple or primitive cubic unit cell is obtained. Now let us study the hexagonal close packing. Here the hexagonal close packed layers, that is of ABAB type, are stacked one over the other to obtain the three-dimensional close packing. Here the mode of arrangement of these layers is different. There are two ways by which the second layer is placed one over the other. In this arrangement, now observe the words which are obtained. We know that the triangular words are obtained if we consider the first layer of this hexagonal close packing. These words are of different kind. Some of the words are having their apices pointing in downward direction, while the other words are having the apices pointing in upward direction. Now, the second layer is stacked over this first layer in such a manner that these triangular words get covered by the spheres of the second hexagonal close packed layer in 2 dimensions. Now see how the spheres are arranged one above the other in these trigonal wires. Now here you will observe that the second layer is not of same kind as that of A. That is the first layer. Okay. There is a staggered arrangement. So if we label the first layer as A layer, then we can label the second layer as B layer because it is different one. And by doing this arrangement, here the new types of wires are obtained, and these are named as tetrahedral wires and octahedral wires. Here you observe that though the spheres are covering the triangular wires, some of the triangular wires of the first layer are remained uncovered. That is, they remained empty, and these wires are named as the octahedral wires. Let's study in detail the tetrahedral and octahedral wires. Okay, and then we will study the arrangement of third layer over this second layer to obtain a three-dimensional close packing. The tetrahedral wire is formed when the triangular wire of the first layer is covered by the sphere of the second layer. Here you will observe that though the spheres are very close to each other, still some space remained unoccupied, that is empty, and therefore the new wire formed here is named as a tetrahedral wire. Okay, here the shape of the wire is not tetrahedral, but when we connect the centers of the spheres, then we are getting a regular tetrahedral shape, and therefore this wire is called as a tetrahedral wire. Now observe this wire. Now see the formation of octahedral wire. When the triangular wires of the first layer are covered by the triangular wires of the second layer, then we are getting the octahedral wire. Again, you note down that the shape of these wires are not octahedral, but when we connect the centers of the spheres occupying or covering these wires, then we are getting a regular tetrahedron, and hence the name of this wire is octahedral wire. Okay, now with the help of these two kinds of wires, we have to stack the third layer over the second layer in such a manner that both the wires get covered by the spheres. Thus, we are getting two ways of arrangement in three dimension here with the help of hexagonal close packed layers in two dimension. See here, a regular octahedron is obtained by connecting the centers of spheres. Okay. Now, here we have to calculate the number of tetrahedral and octahedral wires formed in the crystal structure. This can be calculated by just knowing the number of spheres. Okay. So, if the number of spheres present in the given crystal structure is n, then the number of octahedral wires will also be equal to n. That is, equal number of octahedral wires are formed, but the number of tetrahedral wires are 2n. That is, equal number of octahedral wires and double the number of tetrahedral wires are generated. Now see the stacking of third layer over the second layer. Okay, here in the first way, we are stacking the third layer in such a manner that the tetrahedral wires formed get covered by that third layer. So this pattern is called as ABAB pattern because the third layer is same as that of the first layer, while the second layer is different one. Here the coordination number of each sphere in this packing is 12 because that sphere touches to 6 neighboring spheres. Touches to 6 neighboring spheres which are lying in its own plane, while 3 are lying below it and 3 are lying above it. Thus total 12 spheres are touching to the given sphere. Therefore, the coordination number is 12. This packing in 3 dimensions is giving rise to hexagonal crystal structure, and therefore it is also named as hexagonal close packing in 3 dimensions. Now, in another way, we stack the third layer over the second layer in such a manner that the octahedral wires get covered by the spheres. See how the third layer is stacked over the second layer. After doing this, you will observe that the third layer is not of same kind as that of either A layer or B layer. The arrangement of the spheres is more staggered. Okay. So here you will observe that spheres are not lying above the spheres of either first layer or the spheres of second layer, and hence we can label the third layer as C type, first layer as A, second layer as B type, while the third layer will be named as C type. Now above this third layer we can stack the spheres of the fourth layer. Now the spheres of the fourth layer will be again of type A, and therefore this pattern gets repeated, and hence it is named as ABC pattern. This pattern gives rise to simple cubic unit cell structure. Okay. Now, not simple cubic unit cell, but it gives rise to face-centered cubic unit cell. And hence, this arrangement is also called as cubic close packed arrangement or ABC arrangement of particles in 3 dimensions. Now again you will observe here that the coordination number of each sphere in this arrangement is 12 because each sphere touches the 6 neighboring spheres which are lying in its own plane, while the 3 are lying below it and 3 are lying above it. Now let's compare between wires. I hope you may understood this closest packing of the spheres in 3 dimensions in the crystal lattice with the help of 1-dimensional and 2-dimensional close packing. Okay. Thank you.